Good morning, fourth graders. Today, we are going to start with math, Unit 1, Lesson 1, where we talk about place value to thousands. We're going to cover three different things really today. So we're going to really think about what ones and tens mean on an array, if you remember those from third grade. We're going to try and figure out how to model hundreds and thousands with a couple of types of pictures. And then we're going to kind of dig in and explore a little more with place value. So when we get started today, you'll need the following things. You need your workbook, you need your pencil, you need your whiteboard, and you need your dry eraser marker. Try and get all those things if you have them. If you need to pause the video now, go ahead and do that while you go get those things. And you're going to hear me say that a couple of times today and in every video. Pause the video here if you need to. You can always rewind and look at, re-listen to some of the things as well. Okay. So what do we already know about ones and tens? Let's think about that. And so ones and tens, if we look at this board, our whiteboard, flip it over to the back so you see this, okay? And we want to try and represent ones and tens with this giant array. And so let's try and look at the number 14. Well, what does the 4 represent here? Well, you might remember that this is in our ones place. So the 4 really represents 4 ones. So I'm going to grab my marker. I'm going to make it red today. And each of these dots is going to be my 1. So I'm just going to cover up a dot with 1, 2, 3, and 4. But now I need to think about what does that 1 represent here in this place value? Well, that's my tens place. So that's 110. So watch how we can do that. And so we're going to say, if you notice from this dot down to this, you're going to see 10 ones, or one group of 10. So we're going to do a line, and my mouse is a little bit off, but that's going to represent anytime you see that stick or that rod, that's going to be 10. So we have 10 and 4 more to get to our 14. We're going to call those, during this first unit, our quick tens. So a quick 10 is just a rod or a line. When you worked with the cubes in school, those yellow cubes, sometimes we called the tens rods, but they were just a stick. Okay? And so I want to now think about 126. What do I do with that 1? How can I show 100 on the dot array? Well, let's look at this. Right? If I want to do 100, I know from here to here is 10, from here to here is 10. So let's think about this. Now, our array, is going to be a box, right? And we used to call those our flats with the yellow cubes that we would use. 1 cube was our ones, our rod was our 10, and now our 100 is 10 by 10, because really this is the same as 10 times, 10. All right, and we know that that's going to be 100. So this represents 100, and we could do multiple of these. This is 100. So if we did another one, that's going to be 200. We could do 300. And we could just keep going and going and going and keep adding 100 each time. Okay? So now I want to look at page 3 of your activity book. Okay? So we have this number right here. Well, these squares, we know, our flats are our groups of 100. So what number does this drawing show? Well, let's go ahead and look at this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 500. How many tens? Remember, these are quick tens. And so we have 500. 1, 2, 3 tens. So 10, 20, 30. And then our last one group of ones, let's count our ones. See, they circle them instead of just highlight them. You can do either way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the number represented here is 537. Okay? And so if you can think about that, or try and think about why that represents that, right? Each of these pictures represents its specific place value. We know this is our ones, our tens, and our hundreds. Okay, now flip your board the long way. And we've already talked about some of these questions. We've already covered them a little bit, but flip your board the long way. And so you have more dots going up and down than you do side to side. And you might have already had your board that way, and that was totally fine. We talked about this too. How many dots are there in between open circles? Well, we know there's 10 from here to here, 10 from here to here. And so how many dots are there in all going across? Well, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Right? Try and figure out how many dots do you see going all the way down. Count your groups of 10 going all the way down. Let's see what you came up with. I think this next picture should really give you an idea, right? And actually, we don't have it all the way on here, but you should have found that you can go all the way down in 10 groups of 100 or 10 groups of 10, however you're looking at it. So you could go all the way down for 1,000. And watch how we can show 1,000 on our board. Some of you might already have an idea, but you're going to want to use the up and down version. Okay? And so let's look at, I believe here it is, right? So 1,000 is going to be a big rectangle that goes from the top all the way to the bottom, because really 1,000 is 10 groups of 100. I could have separated these into hundreds, right? I could draw in the lines to make that. Here's a group of 100. Here's a group of 100. Here's a group of 100. To go all the way down and show 10 hundreds, right? And we know if we count by 100, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. 10 groups of 100 gets you all the way to 1,000. And so I'm going to erase those. But what this number then represents is, look how they broke it apart by each place value. So you have 1 in the thousands. Get that eraser out of there. You have 4 groups of 100. Well, let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they have their 400 squares. Well, I can't remember what we had in our tens, but we could count them. 1, 2. If we have 3 quick tens, that must mean I have 3 in hundreds. Oh, look, I do. So 30. And then 5 single ones. So they must have their 5 dots. Yep, and here they kind of highlight it like I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that picture is going to represent 1,435. All right. Now, let's look at page 3 in your activity book. And I want to look at the picture that we represent now. And so this model represents a number that's going to go, we know it goes to the thousands because I see some thousands bars. Okay. And so let's start together and then I'll have you finish. Okay. It says discuss the place value drawing and then write the each. Oops, sorry about that. So now let's look at how many ones there are. Remember, our ones are our little dots. So I'm going to grab a marker. Let's see, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I have 8 ones. Okay, now you need to count the quick tens and then count the hundreds boxes and then count the thousands bars. And after that, what number does this show? Okay, and number 6 says how many 100 boxes could we draw inside each 1,000 bar? Okay, you can pause it now and try and finish this, or you can wait until the end of the video. We have one more concept to look at, and then you'll have all your full assignment, and I'll let you go off and work. Okay? So pause it if you need to. We can keep going through, and you can come back to this as well if you want. So I want to think about what's the biggest number you could show on your board, right? So if you look on your board, what's the biggest thing you could show? Well, really, the biggest place value we can go to is thousands with this board, and we have, here's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, and ultimately 5,000 is as large as it's going to get, right? So if I look at that and I've broken it into 5,000, right? Let's represent 803. Let's review real quick. 803, we know we can do our hundreds. So I'm going to use this side because I have the dots on this side. I don't know why I don't have them on the other side. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, my drawing's a little off, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I didn't get my full board in here, but it gave me enough to get to 800. So there's 800. Well, I don't have any 10s. I wonder what I do. Well, if there's a 0 in the place value, we leave it off. That means I draw 0 10s. Easy enough. But I do need 3 1s. I'm going to move over just a little bit. 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 dots. So this picture represents 800 3. Okay, so now if I wanted to show 2,041, we know I'd need 2,000 rods, oops, and then, oh look, 0 hundredths. So I wanted to show you a couple examples with zeros in the place value. So that just means we don't draw them, okay? 4 quick tens, and then 1 represents 2,041. Okay, so show 6,487 on your board. Pause it and see if you can do it. Yeah, you weren't able to figure it out, were you? Okay, so let's flip it back to the white side. There's a way we can show really big numbers. I'm going to show you how to do that now. We're going to try and draw something like this in our white side of the board, okay? Look, we're going to draw just like this, okay? So our thousands rod is going to be what represents our thousands. So we can draw a square to represent 100, a quick 10 to represent 10, and our dots represent 1. So going back to our number here, right, 6,487. So one way we could draw that is, I think I have it underneath, something like this. So 6 long rods, right? So you have a group of 5 and 1 more. 4 squares, right? We know those are hundreds. And then our 8 tens, or 8 quick tens. We divide 5 and 3 more, and then 7 ones. So use this picture to try and figure out how we can draw large numbers, or any number. They don't have to be large, but this is how we could draw them without using all those dots. Long rectangles for thousands, squares for hundreds, rods or quick tens, and then dots for 1. Come back to this part if you need to review that at any point. Okay, so now it's about time for you to start working. All right, and so I want you to think about what number does this drawing represent. So let's look at that together, and then I have some things I want you to think about. So we have 1,000, right? So 1,000. I have 2 of these. Each box is 100 members, so 200. I have 7 quick tens, so 7 in my tens, and then I have 9 of the 1 dots. So my number is 1,279. So what I want you to start working on is here. What would the drawing represent if it had 3 more 100 boxes? Well, if I were you, I would just go in, and you could even draw those in if you want, or you could do this on your whiteboard. But if I had 3 more of these, 1, 2, 3, think about how that's going to change my hundreds place value right there. All right, so go in. More means you're adding them in. Fewer means you're taking them away. So try and figure out how this number is now going to change from 1,279. Okay? So your next steps, this is page 4. Your next steps are going to be, here's page 5. We're going to work on these as well. These you just make your drawings. And then there's a few more where you're drawing these in. So you're using mostly boxes, rods, and dots, but you might need some thousands rectangles as well. Okay? Or the thousands bars, we call them in this book. Okay? So you're going to, your next steps, I want you to finish pages 3 to 6 in your workbook. If you have any questions at all, I want you to go back to the Google Meet you were just in and ask your teacher for help. When you finish, you have to check back in with your teacher to find your next assignment or your next steps. Okay, guys, pages 3 through 6. If you want to go back in right away and just get a little extra guidance, go right back to that Google Meet. Otherwise, go ahead and check in when you're done. All right, guys, good luck.